Miami Dolphins Week 1 NFL preseason is in the books, and, well, there are some winners and losers that we need to talk about from the game. Miami and Chicago obviously tied 24-24. I don't really care about that. It's more about the process and individual performances. So I got 5 winners, 4 losers. Not going to talk about everybody. Going to talk about just certain individuals and one unit in particular. I am Nic Rohloff, but this is why you subscribe to the channel, because we were live for the game on Sunday afternoon. We put out an instant reaction video, and now we're making this video of the winners and losers coming out of the game initially. So if you want more coverage on the Miami Dolphins, this is the channel for you. Subscribe, join us. We're family, continuing to grow. Join us now. The number one winner that, when I left the game, I really just could not stop thinking about was Ollie Gordon II, the running back from Oklahoma State, who Miami drafted in the 6th round. I knew that I was high on Gordon. When the pick happened in April, I was very excited. I think I have talked pretty highly about the rookie throughout this training camp and offseason to this point because he's shown some nice things. But when you watch him get on the football field, his confidence, his production, it just jumps off the page. Did his numbers absolutely wow you on the ground? I wouldn't say that. 8 for 33 is very average, about 4.1 yards per carry. So it's not like I'm writing home about that. It's the little things. He plays with such a fierce physical mindset to where it's a nice change of pace. I love De'Von Achane. There's nothing that I can say negatively about him. But he's a little bit smaller. He's not physical. He's finesse. He's speed. Watching a running back run through someone's face is something that makes me very happy. And he's the perfect RB3 or RB4 change of pace guy to complement De'Von Achane and Jalen Wright going forward. He had a touchdown. He just always is falling forward. I compared him to Derrick Henry in a way that is not the speed physicality combination, because Henry is much bigger and somehow quicker, but the way that Gordon falls forward every single time he goes to the ground is a trait that Derrick Henry has. You do not put him on his butt. You do not push him backwards. You just hope to bring him down. And having him around 3rd and 1s, 4th and 1s, goal line situations, this year will only make this Dolphins offense a little bit more versatile. So when I'm thinking of my number one winner, it's Ollie Gordon, and I can't wait to continue to watch him build on this performance in the next 2 weeks in the preseason and get some reps and snaps in the regular season. Willie Gay Jr. is going to be a winner for me as well. He has been arguably the biggest winner ever since Dolphins training camp begun in late July. He has been phenomenal across the board. He was signed this year in a 1-year deal to be the 3rd or 4th linebacker to Jordan Brooks and Tyrel Dodson. I believe Willie Gay Jr. may have a bid to start alongside Jordan Brooks. That is how good he has been. He is consistently making plays in the pass and run game every practice for Miami in training camp. And we finally saw it on the football field. And it took the second play of the game for it to be recognized. He was on the field with both Tyrel Dodson and Jordan Brooks. He came on a blitz from the outside. The running back picked him up. Miami sent a little bit of a stunted pressure. Willie Gay was able to discard the running back, move inside, and join Benito Jones, who had an excellent pass rush rep from the interior, and the two of them combined for a sack on Tyson Bagent on the second play of the game. He did not play that much. He played, I would say, most of the first quarter. I can't remember if he got any reps in the second quarter, but let's just say first quarter. And he performed very well to the point where I am very excited about him. He will be a weapon for this Miami Dolphins defense, whether he starts alongside Jordan Brooks, whether he's the 3rd linebacker. He is going to rush the passer, he can cover. Willie Gay Jr. continues to stack day after day on these performances. Tahj Washington was a clear-cut winner as well. And I put Willie Gay Jr. number 2 on my list, but realistically, I don't think there's another player outside of Ollie Gordon that just surprised me more than Tahj Washington. And I said this on our live show as well. Tahj went out there and had a great game, and he played in the first half. I don't really think he played in the second half. I'd have to look back at it. But Tahj Washington had a big-time 34-yard reception. It was 3rd and 11. Zach Wilson just past midfield got blitzed. Dennis Allen, Chicago sent a blitz. Wilson took a larger drop back to give himself more time, hit his back foot, kind of floated a 1-foot throw down there. And what happened? It was one-on-one Tahj Washington versus a Bears corner. Little corner route, just cooked him. I mean, it was an easy pitch and catch. Wilson floated it. Tahj Washington ended up turning around, was wide open, 5 yards of separation, makes the catch, makes another man miss, and then gets Miami inside the 20. Tahj Washington, I would not have expected him to be a top 6 wide receiver on the depth chart. But after this game, I just don't think there's another way you can say a player is higher than him at the wide receiver position. It's Tyreek and Jalen, 1 and 2. Malik Washington and Wes Burkini, 3, 4. I'd put D. Eskridge still at 5, but Tahj Washington is number 6. There's been thoughts and rumors about maybe it's Theo Weiss Jr. 6, the UDFA from Missouri. Maybe it is Eric Ezukama as that 7th wide receiver. Well, I'm here to tell you, after what I saw today, there is no way I could have anyone higher than Tahj Washington. This was the depth chart that was released in order by Miami this week as an unofficial first depth chart. It had Tahj Washington as wide receiver 7 behind Eric Ezukama, Theo Weiss Jr. 8. Yeah, Tahj is 100% number 6. To me, there's no world where you can watch this first preseason game and not feel pretty intrigued with the future of Washington, a player Miami drafted in the 7th round of the 2024 draft out of USC, missed the entire rookie season and didn't even play in the preseason due to an injury, was placed on IR super early. Well, he's made some plays in camp, had a 50-yard touchdown in one practice, had a really good game today. Excited to see more from Tahj Washington. There's certainly a chance that you could say Tahj Washington is the number 1 winner for the Miami Dolphins against the Chicago Bears. I would probably still say Ollie Gordon, but here's your opportunity to tell me who your biggest winner is. Shout them out in the comments. We're sticking with the Washingtons to Malik Washington, the aforementioned wide receiver, and he did not play often in this game. I don't even think he played outside of the first drive and first punt return, if I'm not mistaken. And Malik Washington flashed right away. Dolphins defense forced a 3-and-out. Punt, Malik Washington with a solid 15, 20-yard return, setting Miami's first offensive series up around midfield. And then Malik Washington on the first drive, only drive he plays, has 4 catches for 18 yards and a carry. It is very clear that Malik Washington is going to be a part of this Dolphins offense in a pretty severe role. Mike McDaniel likes him a lot. The fact that Tua, although no Jalen Waddle, no Tyreek Hill, although Tua on a 3rd and 4 and a 4th and 4 on the same first drive targeted Malik Washington as his first read, and then he ripped it to him on out routes from the slot both times and trusted Malik to make the catch and get the first down. That tells me a lot about Tua and Malik's rapport. Tells me about how everybody knows, hey, if we're see man-to-man, Malik Washington's going to beat his man inside. I just think we're going to see a lot of him this year. So he had those couple catches. He had a screen catch. He had a pop pass catch, and then they used him on a fake counter end around as well. He had a touchdown last year on Monday Night Football against the Rams on an end around carry. This is a guy that will be used in the slot. He'll be used in kick return, punt return situations. He'll be used in gadget plays. Malik Washington, if I have not got it through your skull yet, will be a very pivotal player and will have a pretty large role on this Dolphins offense this year. That is why I label him a winner. Can't wait to see more. Another winner is special teams. And producer Coop couldn't have agreed more with me here. Special teams unit was phenomenal today. I just want to run through some of the things in my head here. First punt, return, 20 yards from Malik Washington. Set yourself up at midfield. Second punt return. It was D. Eskridge this time. Returned it once again, about 20 yards to your 45, 46. So the first couple drives you had today started at midfield because you had great punt returns. What happened on every time you kicked the ball off? Well, that's not every time. Every time but one. The Miami Dolphins forced Chicago to start with the ball inside their own 25. Only one time that the Bears started a possession outside of their own 25 when it was kicked off. It was because Jason Sanders accidentally kicked it a little bit shorter than the landing area, so they started with it at the 40. But then the next time Jason Sanders kicked off, it landed in the landing area, literally rolled perfectly to the pylon, hit the pylon, and in a rule I did not know, if it hits in the landing area and becomes a touchback, they start at the 20. So you covered every punt extremely well. You covered every kickoff extremely well. Jason Sanders drilled the 56-yard field goal. No issues with the PATs. And your kickoff and punt returns were awesome too. The average starting field position for Miami today had to be damn near 37, 40 yards at the 40-yard line. That's how good it was. So Craig Aukerman, shout out to you. First-year special teams coordinator, coming over, wasn't coaching last year, was with the Titans before that. Your unit was fantastic today, and that is a massive bump up for me, considering with Mike McDaniel as head coach, Miami's ranked in the bottom 10 of ranked special teams in the football league every single year. So let's hope that takes a bump up. Jake Bailey and Ryan Stonehouse both had one punt. I think both punts were good. Both coverages were good. So special teams, massive thumbs up, massive stock up as well for that unit. Coming up in just a little bit, we got 4 preseason losers that I will go through, and yes, Quinn Ewers is absolutely one of them. We'll get to that in a second. But get your hands on this Dolphins cutoff hoodie before the sale runs out. When you go to chatsports.com/MIA cutoff sale, you can get this little puppy for $22 off. Was $55, now $33. Take advantage before sizes run out. Small through 2X still in stock. We've already seen 3X go. Links in the description and comments of today's video. Without a question, Quinn Ewers is the number one loser from this ball game. He was absolutely abysmal. I do not mean to be mean because it was his first ever NFL action and he was just a 7th round pick. But I feel bamboozled. I feel led astray. All I hear from Dolphins trading camp from reporters is how good Quinn Ewers looks. And that's why I labeled him as my number one player I'm excited to watch today. And it's why I made a video about how he was lighting up Dolphins training camp. But I also mentioned in those videos, it's one thing to do it when you aren't getting hit and the opposing teams aren't allowed to hit you. It's one thing to do it when they want to rip your head off. And Quinn Ewers was way off base. He was inaccurate. He made bad decisions. His footwork and mechanics were terrible, which was the main concern and the reason why he dropped to the 7th round pick. And there's no play that you can look at more than the first one that he had. He handed it off. Good run by Ollie Gordon. What happened on his second play? It was 2nd and 5 at his own 10. Shotgun. 3-step drop. Easy throw to Tahj Jr., who beat his man on a 6-yard out route just past the sticks. Quinn Ewers, instead of staying strong, staying square, and delivering a strike, opened up his front hip, dropped his arm angle, flared it out high, behind Tahj Jr., and it was incomplete. And he's lucky the corner wasn't closer in pursuit, or that would have been a pick 6. Zach Wilson almost did the same thing earlier in the game. Quinn was bad. And ready for this? Quick cameo for Will Scott, former host of the channel. If you do not know Will, and most of you do, he texted me, rough start for Quinn Ewers. Honestly, one of the worst performances I've ever seen. And I'm not just talking about sports, musical, plays, concerts. Effing awful. Shout out Will Scott, because he couldn't be more right. I am very disappointed with Quinn Ewers, and I know it's his first NFL game action, but that was as bad as a preseason debut as you could have possibly imagined in a quarter and a half. What is your concern level with Quinn Ewers? I'm not going to call the guy dead in terms of his ability to be an NFL caliber guy, but he is certainly in no position to be the QB2 on this Dolphins football team by any stretch of the imagination. He is going to be QB3. He's going to be kept on the 53-man roster, but he will not beat out Zach Wilson for the primary backup job to Tua Tagovailoa. Next loser, Andrew Armstrong. This one pains me. I was very high at Armstrong after we signed him in undrafted free agency out of Arkansas. He led the SEC in receiving last year. He got 2 targets. Both fell incomplete. One of them a complete drop. One of the rare highlights from Quinn Ewers today. Dropped, hit his back foot, stepped up, delivered a strike over the middle of the football field. Armstrong won the route, and it hit him in the hands. But as he was falling to the ground and bringing it in, he dropped it. Armstrong didn't get a lot of run today. He actually got a couple targets, but he was behind Azukama, behind A.J. Henning, behind Malik Washington, behind D. Eskridge, behind Tariq Black, who got way more snaps. and he was basically on par with Monterey Baldwin, a player that I had a lot of high hopes for. 6'4", big wingspan, 4'5", 240. Led the SEC in receiving last year. Not good today. Disappointing for sure. And I feel like the dream of him making this 53-man roster is dead unless he really picks it up over the next couple of weeks, but hard for me to imagine that being the case. Next loser, Pharaoh Brown. This one surprised me. Just didn't play that much with the starters or second team, if we're going to be honest. Like, I was a little bit shocked by it, but when you go through the snap count for the Miami Dolphins, and I'll be intrigued to look at it tomorrow because it's not currently out, I bet Pharaoh Brown ranked really, really low. Tanner Connor was ahead of him. Julian Hill was ahead of him. And, like, I remember seeing Pharaoh Brown block in the third quarter. I'm like, who is that? It was Pharaoh Brown. I'm like, he's still playing? Like, I know we don't have a lot of tight ends. Darren Waller's on the PUP list. But, like, my goodness. I expected Pharaoh Brown to have a little bit of a larger role because it sounds like he's been playing well in camp. But for him to be in there mid to late third quarter in this football game instead of Tanner Connor and Julian Hill tells me about where he stands on this depth chart, which is why he's a loser. Speaking of losers, did I miss something? Is Mohamed Kamara injured? I don't think he is. And he didn't play. I don't think we saw him once. Like, I did not see number 50 Mohamed Kamara on the football field once. And I don't remember seeing him on a list of inactive players before the game. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I said throughout the entire game, Mohamed Kamara, where is he? I saw Quentin Bell. I saw Derek McClendon. I saw a lot of Grayson Murphy, who had a pretty solid day. Just missed my winners list. Just missed it. Grayson Murphy had a good day. But with Quentin Bell getting playing time, he didn't really do much, by the way. Grayson Murphy getting a lot of playing time, playing well. Derek McClendon had a sack. I'm just curious of where the second-year, fifth-round pick out of Colorado State was. Where was he? If I'm mistaken, if I'm misinformed, I apologize. But I do not understand. He was in concussion protocol. Okay. That makes sense. Producer Coop coming in here. I'm still actually fine laying him as a loser, by the way, because Grayson Murphy played well and so did Derek McClendon. So maybe I missed that. It's on me. But I still think he's fine being labeled as a loser because I saw a lot of good things from McClendon and Grayson Murphy. And for Kamara to be missing time while those guys are playing well, it's a little bit of a bad sign for Mo. But hopefully he's fine and will be able to return soon. Whose stock dropped the most this week? It's clearly Quinn Ewers. I'm sorry. I just have to do it. It is. There's no doubt about it, in my opinion. That is my answer. Let me know yours. Like I said off the top, make sure you subscribe because we're going to have daily coverage here at Dolphins Today throughout training camp, live for every Dolphins game, live next Saturday, live on Tuesday as well for more Dolphins news and rumors. Subscribe, join the channel, and I'll see you on a video tomorrow morning. Go Fins.